but she's from Nickelodeon. See you move on that pole. Baby, look at you go.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm gonna be doing a get ready with me. You feel me? Like, let's get into it because I haven't did a get ready with me. Like, I did a sit down and chit chat video, but this video is gonna be a get ready with me. Okay, I'm feeling the braids though. Hold on. Let me give y'all a real I got them inches, baby, them inches. All right, they basically gonna be a get ready with me because yeah, I'm gonna go out, so I gotta beat the face. You feel me? So first we're gonna start off with let me see my eyebrows. I did my eyebrows really early, y'all, because I had on one day. No cap. I just woke up, as y'all can probably tell. I probably got a lot of energy right now, but so so in this video I basically just wanted to talk about things I learned so far in my 20s, and I'm only 21. Y'all may know that, may not know that, but yeah. So I just turned 21. I just turned 21 like a month ago. So yeah, so I'm gonna basically talk about the things I learned so far being, you know, 21. I feel like I'm very mature for my age. I feel like I'm very wise. I just feel like, but don't get me wrong, I don't know everything, because it's those folks, they be thinking they know everything and they don't. Them be the worst. Without further ado, let's just get into this video. So I'm just gonna fix up my eyebrow really quick because it got messed up when I was asleep. When I was sleeping. I might need to bring that mirror closer just so y'all can really see. Like, I can see, but it's like I don't want to be having to come all the way up here and y'all be all in my face and y'all be all. We're gonna start off with the foundation first. My face is already primed. If y'all know, y'all know. Okay, the girls that get it, and the girls that don't. Okay. But yeah, so my first thing is that credit is very important. And whether you, I mean, a lot of people say, oh, if you're rich, you don't need credit, which is true because money can buy a lot of things. But when you're like just like a middle class or like just a regular person, or if you have a lot of money, this still applies to you. I'm talking about the very rich and wealthy folks. They don't really need credit. But for just the middle class, like lower class, whatever you want to put yourself in, whatever category you put yourself in, you gotta have credit, because credit is gonna get you far in life. And I wish I would have knew about credit. You learn things as you grow. Like, you're supposed to learn things as you grow. So I learned about credit at 19. Yeah, when I was 19, that's when I was like starting to, you know, get myself more into the world, because I'm gonna say I was kind of always focused on school and just grades. Like, I was very like book smart, which I'm still in, but I was very like into my books and like not really world smart. Let me just say that. Like, I'm straight, I ain't talking about street smarts now. I'm talking about like world, like living in the real world. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So like, I wasn't very like educated on like being in the outside world, like how is like this finna affect me. Like, you know, I kind of just was thrown out there. So it's like I just kind of like learn things as I go. But yeah, credit is very important. If you, the thing that credit is like, if you mess it up, I mean, that could hurt you a lot in the long run. But that's why it's very important to understand what credit is and how it works. Like, I literally had to figure all that out. And like, yeah, so I started building my credit at 19. That's basically what I'm saying. And it takes years to build your credit, but my credit is looking good, my boy. But it can always be better. That's what I'm saying. It can always be better. But yeah, so it's very important, and you just pay bills on time and you just watch it closely. So it's just about having that responsibility, paying your bills on time, making sure that you not, you know, missing payments and stuff like that, and just build your credit up, and you'll be able to get like loans, you'll be able to get like a house, apartment, like it's just a car. It's like a lot of stuff that you could use credit for. Okay, and then I feel like another important thing that I learned being in my 20s is that if you plan on being like financially stable in the long run, you should definitely live below your means. And when I say that, I know the younger generation, this gonna go over their heads, because if you go tell a 17-year-old there right now they need to stop spending their money on stupid stuff, start saving their money, like budgeting, they're gonna look at you like you talking a different language. Because me at 17, boy, that's when I got my first job at 17. So me at 17, boy, if somebody would have told me don't be buying all of this stuff, I'd have been like, wait, I finally got my own money and you telling me what I shouldn't be buying? Like, you crazy. Yeah, you smoking crack. But yeah, so I feel like a lot of people is so consumed with, you know, looking like this, doing this, trying to impress everybody around them. But in the end, like, do that stuff matter? Like, for real, like, when you literally die, none of the stuff that you bought or like any of that goes with you, which kind of decreases the value of, you know, living below your means, because then somebody is gonna be like, well, if we gonna die anyways, we might as well live our life to the fullest and all that, which you should do that. But I'm saying, if you want to become financially stable and actually can spend money on the things that you want to buy, then it's better to live below your means until you have the means. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, let me give an example. If you working at McDonald's, say you working at McDonald's and your shit like 8 something, you telling me you finna go buy a $20,000 car that you can barely afford. On top of that, you finna go buy a phone that you gotta pay for. Like y'all be trying to like live a certain lifestyle, or like y'all trying to do all this certain stuff and making yourself further in the debt instead of just building your self up. Like designer and all of that, like, I'm not saying it's anything with, you know, investing in your looks, because appearance goes a long way, but I'm just saying you don't have to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to, you know, appeal to your audience. They gonna come regardless, especially if you got like the knowledge with it. So it's like, say like, I'm not saying walk around looking like a bum, that's not what I'm saying. But yeah, you definitely want to save your money and buy it on stuff that you actually need. And I save and I invest in myself, so I understand the, you know, the like how it is, because I'm still young, so I understand what it means to be young and, you know, have money and like just want to like do stuff with your money. But it's very important to, when you getting money, let me just say this, it's very important that when you are getting money, like actually making a lot of money than you used to, it's best to start looking at ways to expand that money, looking at ways to, well, what can I do to increase this money? You feel me? So yeah, that's very important. Also, travel, that's another thing. Traveling, a lot of folks, I mean, some people just not travel folks, which that's fine. Y'all don't, that's fine. If you personally just don't like to travel, then it's not for you. But people that want to travel and feel like they can't because it's too expensive, bruh, travel. Like I said, like, it's good to have experiences, like, and traveling don't have to be so expensive. What makes traveling expensive for y'all is that y'all like to prove, oh, I can do this and that, so y'all do stuff that's out of y'all budget range, and y'all not even getting the full experience because y'all too busy focused on looks. Ooh, this finna look cool, like, let me go do this because this finna look cool. Like, I'm not saying something wrong with that, but like, come on now. If you like me, I do stuff that I like to do, so if I'm doing something, I'm gonna make sure I can afford that. Like, I finna, okay, just travel. That's all I gotta say, just travel. Another thing that I feel like I learned in my 20s is that if you're single, just date. Like, don't try to tie yourself down to just anybody. So if you want to get in a relationship, that's cool, but if you're single, just date multiple people. See what the world has to offer, learn yourself, so that when you is ready to settle down, you know the person you are, you know what you're looking for in a person, and yeah, you just making yourself the best person that you're gonna be by dating a mom. Now, I'm not saying go around and sleep with everybody. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying have fun, meet people, get an experience, like enjoy life. You don't have to feel like you have to fit yourself in this box, like, oh, I can't do this because I'm single. Girl, if you don't go out there and have fun, like, I'm not saying you gotta sleep with everybody and their daddy now, come on. But like, there's nothing wrong with getting to know new people, you know, doing things with these new people, like going out, traveling, having fun, you know, just enjoying life. It don't have to be so, you know, boring. Get to know new people. Don't be scared. Like, nah, I ain't saying don't be cautious. I said don't be scared. It be some crazy folks in this world, don't get me wrong, but majority of the time, just enjoy life. Like, just get to know people. You single, and like, I highly don't recommend sneaky links. Just like invest in yourself, like focus on, you know, being single and stuff like that, like finding yourself and all that. Don't use that time to like try to get other sneaky links, because them soul ties, it's crazy. So just don't sleep around, because that's not cute, sis. Which, if you want to sleep around, don't shoot the messenger. You all means to sleep around if you want to, but personally, just don't do it. But do what you do, sis, okay? And then this is another topic, because I feel like this generation normalized having kids at a young age so much that it's crazy. Like, sometimes I be like thinking like, y'all, so don't get me wrong, kids are a blessing, but when you actually can provide for them and provide a stable home for them, you're emotionally available for them, you can bring them up in this world the right way, like literally, like normalize having children. Then y'all be wanting kids because y'all feel y'all don't know what to do with y'all life. Y'all be wanting kids because y'all want them to follow your dreams that you should have followed, so you push all that on that kid, and then y'all be having kids just to have them, just to keep somebody that is not gonna keep. Trust me, it's not gonna keep them. So if you're having a kid to keep somebody, sis, just stop it. Stop it right now. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I feel like kids is a blessing. It is definitely a blessing to have kids, because a lot of people can't have kids. But y'all be wanting kids for the wrong reasons, and I feel like that's not right, because y'all just bringing that child up on the same trauma that you had if you're not ready for that kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying. So you got to live your life, and if you do have kids, just make sure that you're there for them kids. Like, kids don't really care about who bought what, you know. They care about who is there for them at their hardest time, like emotional support, you know. They care about who's teaching them, helping them understand this world. Like, that's what I'm saying. Kids don't really care about, oh, I bought this and that. No, kids don't care about that. Like, think back to when you was a kid. Kids don't care about that stuff. I mean, like, I understand some people's families is poor, but majority of the time, kids just want somebody to be there for them. You know what I'm saying? And kids are literally like a whole human being that you have to care for, that has to depend on you. Like, why would you want to pick having a kid if you're not ready for one? You know what I'm saying? All right, so another thing is that you should definitely get in your bag and stay in your bag. So it's like, it's always finding new ways to grow financially, you know. Always new ways to grow financially. So I feel like it's very important to always try to find ways to increase your income, because I came across, like, it's a lot of people that feel like they're not passionate enough to do something that they really want to do, which is nothing wrong with that, because you just might be that person. But just find stuff that you like to do and try to make money off of it. You don't always have to profit off of your hobbies, but just find something that you can, you know, profit off of, because it's very important to have multiple incomes and not just one income, because anything could happen to that one income, and then look, now you lost and struggling and don't got no money. So it's very important to just be financially smart. Like, if you don't know nothing else, if nobody ever told you nothing else, educate yourself on financial literacy. Like, literally educate yourself. If nobody ever taught you, you better get that book, you better get that laptop, you better get them notes, and you better get to writing down everything. and just study that. Because especially if that's something you crave. If you crave to be financially stable and, you know, illiterate, then, I mean, not illiterate. You don't want to be illiterate. But if you crave stability, just do that. Do that for yourself. For real. Because yeah, so my camera had ended up getting full, so I just had to fix that. But where did I leave off at? Oh yeah, so just make sure that you have something to fall back on, because you know it's always better to have more than one income. So yeah, and the next thing I wanted to talk about is another thing that I learned in my 20s is that you have to choose your friends wisely. And when I say that, that might go past a few people's heads, because they be feeling like they can take everybody and their mama with where they going. But let me just put it this way: if you got a friend and she always fighting, or she always going to jail, or she always, you know, just getting in trouble, and you like the school type where, or you got businesses, or you just, you know, you like in the right lane, I'm not saying just abandon her, because you know you might be the only person she got. But if you constantly trying to help her like do better in life, and she's still, you know, bringing you down, at some point you just gotta, you know, at some point you just gotta be like, you know, I can't keep doing this. Like, is so important. Like, the people that you're around is the type of energy that you yourself will start to, you know, have. Because if you always around people that's doing this, you finna end up doing that, because it's just human nature. Like, friends that actually want to go out and do stuff with you, friends that encourage you, lift you up, like friends that's there when you need them, like friends that you can count on to have your back, friends that reciprocate the same energy, friends that don't talk about you behind your back, friends that motivate you, friends that y'all can create something together, you know, watch each other grow as an individual. Like, stuff like that is very important to choose the people that you want around you, because some people will hold you back and they'll feel entitled to you, and they're not even putting in the work, you know, or the effort to even have you in their life. Like, the people in your life, they have to deserve to be there. Like, they don't just get like, oh yeah, you can be in my life. No, if y'all aren't, like, you know, helping each other out or growing, and I'm not saying using each other, I said helping. If y'all not helping each other out or growing, there's no point for that relationship, literally. Friends that are genuinely there, and not just to use you, but to just, y'all just grow as people. And so yeah, when you find that person, just keep that person in your life, and don't take nothing for granted, because nobody just keep that in mind. When if y'all both is the business mindset, y'all could create businesses together. If y'all both is school girls, y'all can go to school together. Like, just having friends that, you know, y'all have a common ground. Like, I know they say opposites attract, and it always seems like you get the opposite of you in a friend, but sometimes that's a good thing, but sometimes that's a bad thing. So just make sure you're looking out which one it is, because God will test you. Also, another thing that I learned in my 20s is that life is not what it is, it's how you make it. Because I kind of talked about this in my previous vlog, but people just have to understand it's light at the end of the tunnel. That's what. So them rainy days, that don't last forever. It's how you deal with those rainy days. I know my face looks really white right now, y'all, but I'm gonna fix that. But it's definitely how you deal with those rainy days, because yeah, rainy days don't last forever. It's how you make it. So just set yourself up for a better future. So always be preparing yourself basically for life. And I know I say you need to focus on your future and stuff like that, but also don't forget to actually enjoy life. Like, it's nothing wrong with actually going out and having a drink, going out to the club, you know, just partying if that's what you like to do. It's nothing wrong with that stuff. Like, you just gotta know the type of person that you is and the circle that you want to have around you, you know, that support that stuff that you like doing. Because you might not be the person that always want to go partying. Like, you might not be the person that want to get drunk. You might not be the person that smokes. So just make sure that you understand the people around you, so like, you know, y'all not, you know, forcing somebody else to do stuff that they don't like doing, and then it's messing up y'all friendship because y'all didn't take the time to understand, you know, what each other like. Because a friendship is just like a relationship. Like, you have to understand that person is their own person. Like, oh, this is the wrong one. So I feel like it's important to get all that out your system, because one day we're not gonna be able to do all that stuff. Like, we young, so I feel like we should enjoy life, but also making sure that you is getting your life in order, because life is not all about partying now. Even though I wish it was, boy, if it was, like, if life wasn't about and then also another thing that I learned, I feel like I learned in my 20s, is that don't take advice from somebody you wouldn't trade spots with. That's the best advice I had got. Yeah, that's the best advice I ever heard. Like, when I heard that, bruh, that literally clicked, because people be trying to give advice and they know nothing about the situation. People be trying to give advice and they never lived it in a day in their life. So, and people be in a worse spot than you and trying to tell you how you should live your life. So never take advice from somebody you would not have you wouldn't trade spots with, because they don't know, honestly. They just saying what they should have did differently, but you not them. Everybody is different. So with that being said, I highly recommend just taking advice from somebody that you would actually want to trade spots with, like somebody that you might look up to, you feel me? But yeah. And then another thing also is that stay true to who you are. Like, don't try to put on a front, just be who you are, and the people that's supposed to be around you gonna be around you. The people that's not supposed to, they gonna get that song, okay? So never try to change who you are for nobody. They don't like it, it's never that serious, okay? If they don't like you for who you is, the door is always open, you feel me? So don't try to fit nobody's standards. Be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. Live your life the way that you want to, okay? Like, who cares about what somebody else got to say? Who cares about what somebody else thinking? Like, not me. So you shouldn't either. And also, get a vision board, you know, set goals and just try to accomplish them. That's all I gotta say. Because life is too short to be stressing over a piece of that ain't even mine. Let me stop. But no, for life, just make life better, literally. Like, people literally only look at the bad. Just start looking at the good in your life, you feel me? Just make do with what you got. Make do with what you got, and I'm telling you, you're gonna be in a better headspace. So yeah, another thing is just focus on growing yourself. I say this a lot, but this is literally the most important thing. Stay true to yourself by loving yourself and doing what you want to do and putting yourself first sometimes, okay? There's nothing wrong with putting yourself first. Let that all soak in. Yes, like, get into the makeup. Alright, let's get into it. I should have did my lips. Y'all, I noticed I never do my lips, because like, lips is like, I don't know. Lips is another thing. I like lips, but I usually just put lip gloss on anyway, so I don't really be caring for it like that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure y'all don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and just stay tuned for my next video.